Look.
Listen. No Taylor.
Welcome to Look, Listen, Cast. This is a podcast about Pokemon and other things. Normally, we discuss the anime Horizons. You know the one, Geese Peep.
Yeah, the one with Rayquaza and our great pals Dot, Liko, and Roy.
Yeah, but this week we're doing Chansey Pokétoon. That's right, because here's a little peek behind the curtain, guys. It's the holiday season, and we got
The holiday season?
Yeah,
and
that
Santa Claus
is coming. Exactly. And for that reason, we got to bank a few episodes while I visit family. And what does that mean for you, listener? Well, Gesundheit or whatever you're coughing about.
Sorry, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, what episode number is this? You tell me, honestly, because I don't know. It's going to be slotted in somewhere. But I don't know where. Probably after some Horizons, though, because we watched such a good Pokétoon. I've been wanting to watch this Chansey Pokétoon forever. Geese Peep didn't believe me that it was going to be good. She said, oh, watch it without me. I don't even like Pokétoons. But now look at her with egg on her face.
Yeah, I have such egg on my face, guys. In my defense, though, if I were to miss a episode recording, I would prefer to miss a Chansey because I'm invested in the story of the main episode. So
a Chansey, like it's its own genre of Pokemon shows is a Chansey. But no, this episode was great. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but before we discuss an episode of Pokemon every week, we got to see what's going on with Geese. We got to peep in on Geese. She doesn't talk enough on the podcast. We got to give her extra segments. Go ahead, Geese. Please take it away.
Guys, look.
Oh my God.
It's that time of year. The time of year when the Southwest rewards resets.
I thought you were going to say the time of year when the breakdowns are plentiful.
Oh, well, also, yes. Am I having a little mental bee? A little mentee bee? Mental breakdown? Yes. I am 2,000 points away from getting Companion Pass for next year on Southwest. And for those unfamiliar, that means that a companion of my choosing, whenever I fly, can fly for free. Why are you laughing?
Companion of my choosing?
Nope. So they assign you a random person.
No outside influences. It's all me who gets to pick.
And I'm going to be honest, this benefit isn't the most useful for me. I mean, my mom uses it all the time because my dad can just go with her. You know, they live together and everything. I'll probably use it once if I get it. But anyway, I'm just compelled to get it out of completion, you know? Like, I'm so close.
The platinum trophy of Southwest Airlines is getting the Companion Pass.
Exactly. You get it. So what I've been doing is there's this thing you can do through Southwest called Rewards for Opinions. And you get points for each survey you do. And you get more points for certain type of surveys. I have been manically, I will say, doing surveys to try to catch up and get these points. Now, it is a giant waste of time because it's 15 minutes for like 15 points. So I think I need to do about 20 more hours of surveys to hit my goal. But you bet I'm going to do it because I need to.
Well, I just hope that you can exchange the Southwest points for pop filters so that way your mic doesn't go boom, like an explosion. Oh, before Geese Peep continues, perhaps about a bicycle in her peeping of the week. There is no Taylor here today, you may have noticed. Normally there's 3 people here, but guys, like I said before, give me a break. We're trying to record all the episodes I can. You think I can get all these schedules to align this many times in a row at the course of a week and a half, maybe? No, you're going to have a little scatter shot. Sometimes a little Geese Peep, sometimes a little Taylor. You never know. Doing my best, get off my back!
Get off his back!
Okay, Geese Peep, you were saying about your bicycle? Do.
I've been biking because I'm in Florida, and I like to bike to this basically swampy area in the neighborhood where our place is in Florida. It's about 2 minutes away in bike, so not bad at all. Here's the thing, guys.
Oh, no.
I bike right after I get off of work, so I'm kind of like rushing over there to get some birding in before it gets dark. I bike over to the swamp area. I park my bike. I go look around. I take pictures of the gators and the birds. I come back to get on my bike, and lo and behold, my bike has fallen into the swamp.
No, not again.
So I had to ride home just covered in mud because it got stuck. One of the handles got stuck in the mud, and it was such a hassle to clean up too. Anyway, also when I was riding home, it had gone dark at this point, and that's when all of the bugs decided to come out. So I was closing my eyes, riding my bike, trying not to die. Anyway, guys, lessons learned.
But at least you got a good Instagram story out of it.
Yes, I did. Oh, well, that was yesterday. That was a different biking incident where I I went to bike to the local deli, and as soon as I got on my bike, it started to rain and I got all wet, but I did get a Caesar salad, which I will talk about later.
Ooh. Another biking incident is your 432nd autobiography. All right. Well, I guess since you want to talk about Caesar salad, let's move it right along to watching, playing, eating of the week. You say you ate a Caesar salad, Geese Meme?
Yes. So Topeka,
Kansas. Shout out.
So my parents left Florida earlier than I did, so I'm here alone, and I needed to get some food to feed myself. So like I said, I got my bike yesterday, went to the deli, and got myself a Caesar salad, which I have been craving. Now, I did not get enough Caesar salad dressing packets. I had to eat the salad dry like an animal. As soon as I put the salad, like the remaining salad, back into the fridge, what do I find?
A Caesar salad kit?
Yes, that I asked my dad to get for me. So I went and biked and spent $11 on a Caesar salad that I didn't need to. So egg on my face yet again.
Oh my God.
I also got a tuna salad wrap from the deli, and that was good.
Disgusting.
I will say, though, there was tomato in it, and I'm not a fan of tomato in wraps because it gets everything too wet.
I just don't like tomato in general. The texture throws me off completely. It's a bad scene, guys. And there's a Gordita Supreme right now at Taco Bell because they're doing their big decades menu. And the Gordita Supreme is the 90s menu item. And for whatever reason, every time I ask for no tomatoes, they put extra tomatoes. They've been a little bit better about it recently, but guys, that was a lot of tomatoes I had to remove. I'm talking mates on mates.
Usually, if I'm with you, I'm the one eating those tomatoes.
She does love tomatoes.
Yum, yum, yum.
I mean, I'm not going to complain about tomato. It's a great ingredient when in other things. A nice tomato sauce, pizza, you kidding me? Some pasta.
So it's a texture thing?
Texture's terrible. Also, I don't know what you're tasting because when I take a bite of a tomato, like accidentally, I remember I was a little kid, I tried to force myself to like tomatoes. I just took a tomato and took a big bite out of it, and I went, bleh. But when they're in a Taco Bell accidentally, it just tastes like water. Like, I don't get what you're getting out of it.
Well, to be fair, those tomatoes are frozen to be transported, and they kind of lose a lot of their flavor.
Well, either way, they're absolutely terrible. Geese Beep, would you like to discuss what you've been watching and playing this week on this week's edition of Watching, Playing, and Eating of the Week?
I've been playing the event, the battle event in the TCG. What is it? What's the acronym?
Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. Are you talking about the one where you're supposed to get 3 wins in a row?
Yeah.
Have you got 3 wins in a row, Marie? I mean, Geese Beep?
No.
Geese Beep.
Well, I've gotten 10 wins at least, but not in a row.
Oh my God.
Also, did you see that I wonder picked the Articuno, the rainbow Articuno.
You wonder picked an Articuno? When would this happen?
Just before we started recording.
Did you post about it? Oh my
Yes,
God.
I did.
Yes, I did. A full art Articuno.
It's
so
funny
beautiful.
because I also wonder picked the other mythical bird rainbow I have.
They're not mythical, they're legendary.
Oh my God.
It's a big difference.
Okay, pause the podcast. Explain to me what the difference is.
A legendary Pokemon is a Pokemon that you can buy a video game and you can catch that Pokemon in that video game. A lot of times there's things called a box legendary. So you know how Scarlet and Violet has Carryin and Miraidon on the front? That's a legendary Pokemon. A mythical is so rare that it's not even in the game. You have to wait for Nintendo to do a giveaway and you download it or go to a store and get a code for it.
Can you give me an example of a mythical Pokemon?
Mew, Celebi, Jirachi. For a while, Deoxys, but now you can catch a Deoxys in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because they added like a special thing and it was like, ooh. Victini, Genesect, which is crazy. We could just raid for that mythical. Meloetta, Keldeo, Marshadow, Zeraora.
You're just listing prescription medicine.
The list goes on. There's lots of mythicals.
Well, anyway, I'm a savant, and I'm great at wonder picking most of the time.
Nice. Yeah, she checks the vibes. She's never steered me. She's never. She's never steered me wrong once.
Look, I was close. Sometimes the vibes are off, and I don't know what to tell you, but I've been pretty good. I'm pretty good at wonder picking. I don't know about you, but
No. Also, Meltan is considered a mythical, but let's not get into that conversation. That's too much of a bag of worms.
I remember that from Sun and Moon.
Yeah, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't make sense that he's considered a mythical, but whatever. He's a weird poke because you can only get him in Pokemon Go. It's weird.
Are all the mythicals from outer space?
No.
Okay. Are Ultra Beast mythicals?
No, not at all. They're a subsection of legendaries, sort of. But, like, for instance, if you follow the in-game lore, so all the Ultra Beasts are just from a different dimension.
Yeah.
But, like, Poipole and Naganadel, even though they're, like, a big deal to us, that's literally a starter Pokemon in the other dimension. Meaning just anybody can get a Poipole. Just go to their, professor and pick up a Poipole. So, but they're their own little class of Pokemon. P-much.
Okay. Also, last night I streamed with Professor Ticklebits. Shouts out for the boilerplate.
And the website.
I streamed with him Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Is that the name of the
Indianapolis Jones? Are you kidding
from
me?
Fortnite.
Oh my God. I remember the temple and you'd pick up your guns and your shields.
Yeah.
And your slug juice or whatever, your purple blue juice.
Yep. I will say the game begins with just recreating the beginning of Temple of Doom, which is boring.
Geese Peep.
But after that, it got interesting, and I'm actually really liking it. I mean, I'm watching him play it, but I'm telling him what to do. And I have to say, guys, I like to collect things. I like to find everything you can collect, and I'm a big fan of it.
Geese Peep, you gotta find the secrets before you keep going on the plot. You don't want to miss anything.
Oh yeah, that is for sure me. Yeah. I will say, so far, it's giving a little bit of Assassin's Creed vibes, a little bit of Resident Evil vibes with the puzzles, and a little bit of Fallout with collecting the books and getting skills and stuff. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, considering it's machine games, I would have thought it would be giving off some Dishonored / I think a lot of people are calling it like Dishonored. And with the Wolfenstein games, right? They made those, right? Geese Peep? Big time.
But I'm enjoying it. Well, I'm watching it and kind of playing it by proxy.
Yeah, they did all those Wolfensteins. What is Cyberpilot? Is that like a spinoff? Oh, yeah. That's it, Geese Peep. This week I ate some potatoes and eggs and sushi. Isn't that exciting? Oh my God. Actually, what the heck am I talking about? Guys. I almost want to save this for next week where it comes out earlier, but I have a big watching of the week, Geese Peep. I have been participating in the giant Pokemon Go community ambassador-led giant raid groups. That's right, the Royal Raiders all around Little Tokyo. There's hundreds of us. We're raiding Pokemon and catching and trading and getting in parties and getting shinies, getting hundos. I even saw it with my own two eyes, Geese Peep, a shundo, a shiny, perfect stats,
Wow.
100%. I couldn't believe it. And we've been having quite the time. It was something else, guys. That's what I've been playing.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order some business cards with our podcast logo and some URLs, and you can hand them out.
Yeah, you can wear a shirt with the logo on it. But yes, since it's in Little Tokyo, I ate some sushi. So that checks out. And then at work, there were some potatoes and eggs. And I ate those. And so that concludes
Wow.
my watch and play and eating of the week. Isn't that crazy, guys? The potatoes, they were seasoned interestingly. I thought they were all right. I didn't even have any Cholula. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe it?
Did you ever get confirmation from H Mart that they're changing their refrigeration method for the Tamagopon?
No, I'm not too worried about it because, guys, don't tell anybody. All you got to do is buy them and then let them thaw. Or not thaw, but you know what I mean. Just leave them out and they're fine. But guys, don't tell anybody. Right now, H Mart has all the Tamagopon flavors. I'm talking Maple French. Geese People loves Maple French Tamagopon.
Yum, yum, yum.
They've got all the flavors for way cheaper than Marukai Market in Little Tokyo. I even double checked. I said, oh my God, maybe the prices are down all around. No, still $9 for a bag at Marukai. But H Mart has them for a reasonable price. But let's not let's not spill the beans. I don't want them to increase the price again.
Well, luckily this episode probably won't come out for a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, so I gotta stock up and give some Maple French Tamagopon for my family.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say you can buy me some, put some in the freezer.
Yeah, they do love freezing them over at H Mart, or just buy them when you get here. All right, guys, I think that concludes watching, playing, eating of the week. Wouldn't you say, Geese Peep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well.
Wait.
What?
What about Poke News? Because have we talked about the new packs coming to the card game?
We can talk about it next week because that's going to be such old news by the time this goes live.
That's true.
Guys, I'm sorry we're skipping Poke News of the week because it's just not going to make sense for this episode. I'm sorry. But we'll talk all about the new packs. I was going to say next week, but it's not going to be next week for you. We'll talk about the new packs 2 weeks ago or something. 3 weeks ago.
Can I talk about what deck I'm currently running in the game?
You may talk about what deck you're currently running in the game. You speak.
I'm running a Greninja.
Running.
Is that the word? I feel like, isn't that the word?
You can. Well, this is going to make you maybe perhaps giggle. You can say I'm piloting.
That is dumb. That's dumb. That's stupid.
Running,
I'm sorry.
No. People don't really say that, even though you could. Like, I think I've heard it in some like big time streams or something for like a big tournament. He's running. When do you use the word running? It's not typically when talking about a trading card game. Oh, he's running. Most people just say he's playing. He's playing this deck, right?
I think I'm inclined to say running because that's what you use for like video games. Like I'm running a something build. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what deck are you piloting?
I'm piloting in these fine skies a Greninja, Articuno, and Bruxish.
Whoa! And you hate math, and you're playing a deck that relies on like doing damage on the bench and calculations. Geese Peep?
Thing. I have Greninja, so that can do damage to bench Pokemon too, and also I have Articuno with the Arctic Breeze or whatever it is.
Arctic Breeze. That's a laundry detergent. Yeah. Articuno hits the bench for 10 on each of the pokes. That's correct.
Yes. So as long as the other Pokemon is damaged, I can use Bruxish as well. Bruxish?
Breakfast?
which does 60 plus damage if the other Pokemon has damage on it. So
very nice. That's using quite some synergy, Geese Peep. Very sick. Very sick.
I think it's always funny because I feel like when the other person sees an Articuno, they're like, "Oh no, here comes the Misty." But I don't have Misty in this deck.
Geese Peep, no Misties. Oh my god, need some Misties. Even though she only works like once every 10 times.
Yeah, it's not worth it, I don't think.
But it is fun when you get to go first. You play down your Misty, get 15 heads, and then just win. Geese Peep, are we prepared to move on to an episode of Pokemon?
Yes.
Guys, as previously stated, this week we are going to discuss the Pokétoon about Chansey, or as we call it in the business, the Chansey Pokétoon. No horizons this week. Can you hear my fiddling around with my notes?
Yee.
Nice for listening. Ooh, ASMR.
ASMR.
Not going to bother anybody, I would imagine. Ooh.
Yee.
Geese Peep, would you like... There is no last time on Pokétoons. Would you like to tell us the name of this episode in English?
Chansey's Safari Tag Game.
Which I'm sure that's going to be changed when they actually release the English dub. Or in Japanese, Lacky na Safari de Oni goっこ? Geese Peep, what is your one-sentence synopsis for this Pokétoon?
My neighbor Chansey.
Geese Peep, is that a Ghibli reference in my Pokemon podcast?
This Pokétoon had Ghibli vibes.
You're telling me when Chansey does her little bloop, 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 that's the most Totoro business I've ever seen in my life.
She also literally does the whole like arms up thing that in Totoro when everyone was like flying up, all of the pollen guys.
Hop-Ip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff?
And there's a big camphor tree. You kidding me? So Ghibli coated.
So Ghibli coated. All right. Guys, let's discuss this episode. We open in a big, beautiful forest, and we see a Slackoth on a tree, and we see this through some birding binoculars, Geese Peep.
The art style is really nice and really lush and dense.
Guys, it's time to meet our protagonist, Meg. She's a little girl. She's got herself a little smile, and she's got the pink hair twin tails. Pigtails?
Pigtails, there it is.
That's what it's called. It's called twin tails, the way she's got them. Yep, sorry. Yep.
Is it?
100%, what are you talking about? So Meg, guys, is exploring the Safari Zone, and she walks past some Sudowoodo and a Bonsley. She walks past some Squovit, Oddish, cute. Geese Peep, did you hear when she saw the Pokemon?
Yeah.
She said, kawaii.
Don't love the voice, I gotta say.
Geese Peep, it's fine. She's just a young Japanese girl. What do you want from her?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
Well, she stumbles upon a bulletin board, and oh my god, there's a wanted poster on it, and it's of a Chansey with a little Safari Zone hat with a clover on it.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask, that is the clover a logo for the Safari Zone?
Spoilers, if you'll notice, Meg gets a little bandana face mask later, and if you notice, that's stitched in, that logo, that little clover.
Yeah.
So that could just be the family's crest or whatever, or it means you're an employee of the Safari Zone. I'm based on the Pokemon selection here. I'm guessing this takes place in the Kanto Safari Zone, so that's based on Japan. So, guys, here's the rundown on what we're working with here.
Do you think it's a clover because lucky, and that's what Chansey's name is in Japanese?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Thank you. I saw through your metaphors and symbols, Pokemon.
For audio listeners, Geese Peep is tapping her head as if she's that meme of the man who taps his head. I mean, they tried to make her name kind of lucky in English too. Chansey, like it's a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Chansey pick.
Exactly. Lucky pick. Okay, guys. Here's the rundown of what we're working with. Meg here. Here's the thing. She's the niece to the current Safari Zone warden. And right now, she's trying to make her way over to Uncle Bozo's house. Bosley's his name, right, Geese Pete?
Yes.
Okay, so she's on the way. Let's call him Bosley. Maybe it's Bosley. We'll see when the dub comes out. I'll go with Bosley. This bozo Geese Peep.
I like his voice.
And then, Geese Peep, a Jumpluff flies by in the wind, but immediately Meg starts a sneezing because all these Skiploom Jumpluffs and Hoppips, Geese Peep, they got all this pollen going.
I would be sneezing too, to be honest.
She's allergic to all that powder. Oh my God, did you see her adorable Pokeball bag? Her little purse
Yes,
thing?
her little satchel.
Oh,
very cute.
Oh my God. Geese Peep, at this point in the episode, a Pokemon appears. Some may say a titular Pokemon appears. Who shows up in front of Meg?
Chansey.
But immediately, a crazy man with green hair jumps out with a Mastiff and starts yelling at Chansey. Oh my goodness.
Is it green hair? I thought it was blue.
Green to me. But don't ask Japanese people because they're going to get confused. Their traffic lights to us would look blue, but to them they call it green. Who's to say? Oh my God, Chansey is wearing the hat with the clover, the symbol of the Safari Zone. Oh my God. And the crazy man with the green hair is trying to get it back, but Chansey keeps bouncing away, Geese Peep. Oh my God, look at her. She moves like the wind.
She has really good animation when she moves. It's very whimsical.
She's like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, move like water. Bruce Lee, perhaps?
That was Michael's Anime Minute.
Geese Peep, it turns out crazy green man with the Mastiff is Uncle Bosley the whole time. You kidding me? This is my uncle? Says Meg. In this scene, does he act like he doesn't know that's his niece?
Yeah, I was confused by that, but maybe they never met?
They've just never met, this little 10-year-old girl, and he's like, oh, I guess you're my niece, huh? Okay, whatever. So, but yeah, he tells Meg, yeah, Chansey's a big giant menace. Don't trust her, she's terrible. All right, cool. Then we cut to his house. It's a big old house on a big old series of stilts. Geese Peep?
I would live there.
It would be beautiful. Imagine all the birds coming every day, Maureen. Geese
I
Peep.
know.
Now, here's the thing, Geese Peep. Meg wants to go on big safari adventures with her uncle, but Uncle says, nah, way too dangerous, kid. You're staying here. Oh, and then, Geese Peep, Meg, she finds a little old picture, and it's of her mom as a baby, and Uncle Bozo as like a teenager, and Grandpa. But Geese Peep, who's in the background of this picture getting along with everybody?
Chansey.
Oh my God, what is going on? Also, in this picture, Grandpa is wearing the clover hat that Chansey now wears. So, wonder what that storyline's going to lead to. So, Uncle Bozo leaves, and we cut to Meg leaving too, skipping past some Sawawas and cutie flies. And Geese Peep, she's going to explore all by herself in the Safari Zone. But guys, everywhere she goes, she's met with the same thing.
Do not enter.
Oh my God, why is everything blocked off? Look at the adorable little Nidorins in the Nidorino. They're having a little sip of water by the waterfall. She can't even walk over to them because it's fenced off. Guys, I don't know if you noticed. The music playing in this scene, the greatest Django Reinhardt music known to man. It's like I'm watching Triplets of Belleville over here. It was sick. She's just getting more upset, Geese Peep. Paths, areas, caves, everything blocked off. But then some wind blows through the cave, she notices. But there's no time to think about that, Geese Peep. A paralyzed Dratini is crying.
A baby in need?
Oh my God. Luckily, Chansey shows up to heal it. Ooh. The art when... Oh my God. The artistry, even. When Chansey uses the move Heal Bell to remove any status effect conditions.
The animation is so great, and also the music is amazing.
Yeah, it's so sick. God, what a well-animated episode. So Chansey's trying to heal the little Dratini, but oh my god, Geese Peep, a safari ball flies out of nowhere, but Chansey avoids it. Also in this scene, Chansey uses soft boil to give Dratini a little egg so Dratini can eat it and get some hit points back. And Dratini takes the little soft boiled egg with it as it jumps back in the water. Thought that was a cute little detail. It's fun.
I have a question.
Yes, Geese Peep.
Is Healing Bell a move?
Heal Bell is a move, yeah.
Heal Bell.
Everything she does in this episode is a real move. She uses Heal Bell, she uses Soft Boiled, and she uses Minimize. All real moves.
I didn't know if that was like an item or something.
No, that's a move. So here's the thing, Geese Peep. We got this Chansey's pretty rare, pretty well known around these parts. So we got a lot of trainers in the Safari Zone trying to catch it. We got Bug Catcher, we got like business airline stewardess. Did you notice the hiker, the Sun and Moon trainer class?
Yes, I did. I noted it down.
I thought you might be amused by that. Oh my!
I was amused.
Ooh. We got the trainer class that's like a tamer with the whip kind of thing. Oh my god. Chansey is so sick, dodging every single ball, running across the water, jumping on the little islands. Ooh, so sick. But then it looks like she dropped her clover hat, and Meg goes to walk up to the hat. But what's revealed, Geese Peep?
There's a little Chansey in the hat.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And then it inflates into like a Chansey balloon.
Yeah, she used the move Minimize, which actually, when this Pokétoon came out, this was a little bit of a big deal because we'd never really seen the move Minimize animated like this before. And it was cool to see. Like that, like when you play the original Pokemon Red and Blue, when a Pokemon used Minimize, it changed the icon from the regular Pokemon to just a tiny baby little 1 pixel sprite. So it was kind of fun. In the video games, it just makes it harder to hit the Pokemon that use Minimize, which makes sense. And then Geese Peep, do you remember what Chansey does after she inflates and leaves Meg?
Yeah, a little kiss. Oh,
she blows a kiss and runs off.
Amazing.
She is sick. Then we see Skip Plume flying by, and we cut to Uncle Bozo. Looks like it's near sunset. Ooh, Geese Peep.
The babies! They're babies!
Guys, the second I saw a nest of baby Natus, I knew this was going to be a Geese Peep special.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's 4 baby birds being taken care of? Oh my god.
Baby.
Beep, beep. Then we see some Hoppip flying by. I don't know if you've noticed, Geese Peep, but they're really showing a lot of Hoppip, Skip Plume, and Jumpluff flying around in every single scene, aren't they?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if that's gonna be anything in the future. We also see a Dodrio sleeping nearby, and here's the interesting thing about this Dodrio, Geese Peep. I don't know if you noticed this or thought back and realized what was going on, but typically, and Uncle Bozo points this out, typically a Dodrio never leaves all 3 heads asleep. There's always at least one doing lookout duty. But clearly, something is going on, maybe perhaps in the air, that is putting all the heads to sleep. I wonder. So then we cut to real nighttime at the cabin, and Meg is telling Uncle Bozo all about her adventures today. But Geese Peep, who does she bring up? The uncle does not want to hear him. Oh my god, poor Meg. She gets so frustrated that Uncle won't just tell her why he doesn't like Chansey. Why is he so cagey? Geese Peep.
Ugh, men.
Well, guys, it's now revealed the big secret. Why Bozo hates Chansey so much. Geese Peep, it turns out, who was Chansey's Pokemon partner trainer?
Her grandpa.
Oh my god. And apparently, Geese Peep, after Uncle Bozo took over as Safari Game Warden and got Grandpa's hat, Chansey stole it. Or so says Uncle Bozo. Is that really what happened? All right, it's bedtime. Go to sleep, Meg. Oh my god. I need to get the soundtrack for this episode on repeat.
I know.
Because we get such a good scene of this rain coming down and this unbelievable music playing with the rain. Oh my God. So soothing. You kidding me?
These next two scenes are incredibly inspired by Studio Ghibli.
Oh, yeah. So now we see Meg and her Jambos wondering about why all this Chansey trouble started. When out of nowhere, Geese Peep, there's a rat-a-tat-tat at the door, and it's a baby fletchling, and he's poisoned.
Oh.
He's in trouble. Oh my God. Meg says, oh, I gotta get a blanket for you. I gotta take care of you. But luckily, who shows up, Geese Peep?
Chansey.
With another heel bell. Man, Chansey sure is helpful, huh? Then we cut back to Uncle Bozo in his poncho in the rain, doing his night patrol. Kind of sick. I mean, guys, maybe he has his differences with Chansey, but he's pretty sick, honestly. Oh my God. When they cut back to comfy little baby Fletchling, ooh, what a cutie pie. You know, Fletchling was on my team in Sun and Moon. Talonflame was my Pokemon. Arigato ne, Chansey. Daki. For the heel bell. For making Fletchling feel better. Oh my God. We're not there yet, but just spoiling a little bit ahead. Do you remember? Do you remember when it was like the next morning and Meg is like whispering the business?
Oh my God, I love that scene. I was gonna bring it up. So Meg is outside with the Fletchling.
Well, we can wait. We can wait till it happens, I guess. But I was just, God, I was thinking about it already. Such a cute scene.
That was my favorite scene. That was my favorite scene.
Okay. We're jumping ahead, but back to present day here. So at this point, Meg is asking Chansey in the rain if she's ever going to give that hat back. And she invites Chansey in to get out of the rain. And she said, Uncle doesn't need to know. Does Chansey go inside, Geese Peep? She just runs off, sits on the steps to the house, and then who shows up?
Uncle Bonzo.
Meg's just trying to brush her teeth, and she hears Chansey. She's still playing tag, trying to run away from Uncle Bozo. But I gotta hand it this episode. They do such. If Taylor was here, he'd have some Gurren Lagann comment to make or something. I don't know, but they do a very sick anime face-off when Uncle Bozo's staring in the other direction, talking to Chansey.
Yeah,
it was so sick. And he says, "You know, I get it. You won't accept me as warden. Even after all I've done to protect all these Pokemon, I try so hard. Give me that hat back, Chansey." Geese Peep. What happens in the mud and the rain to Uncle Bozo?
He slips and he ends up falling on the Chansey balloon.
And this happens right as Meg walks out. And what does she say, Geese Peep?
Oh, did you guys make up?
That was a fun little gag. It's good times. He says no, they did not make up in a very angry tone of voice. Turns out, okay, we cut to the next morning, and oh my goodness, Geese Peep, Fletchling is doing so much better. And then what happens is the scene we were talking about earlier.
So Fletchling and Meg are outside, and we see Uncle Bonsley, or whatever his name is.
Bonsley?
I'm just going to do a different name each time. He's looking a little glum. And so Meg turns to the Fletchling and is like, all right, here's the deal. There's this Chansey, like she's explaining the backstory to the bird. It's so cute. Ugh.
Yeah, she's just whispering all the dirty laundry. It's so funny. And this is interrupted by now I've forgotten the man's name, Bosley getting an email. Turns out, Geese Peep, we got some breaking news. There's a bunch of Rhyhorn getting upset out in the Safari Zone, and it's dangerous. It's causing trouble. So Bosley's got to get down there and try to calm them down. God, what is up with all the Pokemon lately? We got sleeping Dodrios. We got angry Rhyhorns. We got paralyzed Dratinis. What is going on? Meg has something to say to Bosley at this point, though, and turns out she's completely justified in what she says. She says, Uncle Bozo, why do you keep closing off everything? And he says, well, it's too dangerous. Some trainers could get hurt. At this point, I think Bozo kind of figures out what's been going on. He says, clearly, these Rhyhorn must have been hit by rage powder from all these Hoppip. And I'm not crazy about this next scene. I mean, I guess you could say you could say the plausible deniability. Maybe there is a little powder in the air, but it gave me the vibes of Captain Pikachu being called cute, because what happened is Bosley just said the word Hoppip, and then Meg started sneezing a bunch.
Yeah.
But I gotta hand it to him. Great faces. Good faces on Bosley. And honestly, the sneeze too. Very amusing. Okay. So let's Sherlock Holmes this. Clearly, here's what's going on. All these powder moves are making her allergic and sneezing and causing all this trouble. It's not hay fever, Geese Peep. Come on now. Wait a minute. Uncle Bozo has an idea. He also has sick hair and sunglasses, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he really does.
All right, Meg, you can come with me on my adventures. And here, I'm going to give you this little yellow scarf face mask, and maybe that'll help with the sneezing. And like I said earlier, it has the Clover logo. Very sick.
We love good branding.
Ooh, I hope when we go to Japan next year and we go to the Pokemon Center, I hope they have some little Clover merch. That'd be sick.
Because of this Pokétoons?
Yes. Wouldn't that be sick?
You think they would do merch just based on this?
Maybe. They did a ton of Pokemon Concierge merch last time I was there. It was sick. They had the Slowpoke watering can. Or not Slowpoke, it was Psyduck. Oh my god, Geese Peep. Meg and Bozo reached the biggest tree known to man. You said you know what kind of tree this is?
Yeah, it's a camphor tree, like in, My Neighbor Totoro, all those big, magical looking trees.
Yes. And this one is absolutely chock full of Hoppip, Skiplooms, and Jumpluff. Jumpluff also on my team in Gold and Silver, Geese Peep. Very fun. She's not very powerful, but I loved her anyway. Oh my god, are you joking me? You're telling me Uncle Bozo's plan of trying to protect everybody backfired tremendously, and now these poor Pokemon can't go anywhere because there's no wind coming through the cave, so they're just trapped here, making everybody paralyzed and asleep and angry? Oh my god, so much powder everywhere. So much powder, poor Mischief, he gets paralyzed accidentally, Geese Peep.
The music is so sick.
The whole, if we could give an award for music, best music of the year, might go to this episode, honestly, Geese Peep. Geese Peep, who shows up to save Mischief?
Chansey.
As always. And then we cut to Meg and Bozo opening a cave. And guys, now all the Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff can fly away into the sky. And it's so pretty, Geese Peep.
And it's like My Neighbor Totoro.
Meg says it's a garden of flowers all the way up to the sky.
And at this point, I'm shedding a little tear.
Well, turns out, looks like Chansey and Bozo were both trying to help all the Pokemon. The real Safari Zone were the friends we made along the way, Geese Peep.
I'm a bit confused about this explanation.
Oh, yeah?
So he says, oh, you took the hat so you could follow me.
The explanation, Chansey doesn't speak English, so we're just going off of that maybe Bozo has the correct idea. But yeah, the conclusion he comes to is that the reason Chansey took the hat was that so Bozo would always follow her, and then they could both help all the Pokemon together, I guess. If only Liko were here, she could just translate immediately. Am I right? And then Uncle Bozo apologizes, and he says, please, Chansey, keep protecting the Safari Zone. Chansey, please keep protecting the Safari Zone with me. What does Chansey do?
Gives back the hat.
And she minimizes. Looks like the conflict is resolved. Looks like we passed the climax of the episode. And they remove the wanted poster from the bulletin board. I actually thought this was very funny. The Dodrio walking up to the bulletin board and being confused that the wanted poster was gone.
Yeah.
They're very observant, these birds. And then, Geese Peep, who pulls up in a cute yellow car?
Mom!
Oh my god, it's Meg's mom. What's she doing here to pick up her little girl? Oh, Meg, you got a tan. Look at that.
It's like me when my mom picks me up from the airport.
Exactly. Who says get along with Chansey? Is this Mom? Does Mom say that to Meg? Or does Meg say that to Bozo? Somebody says get along with Chansey for me. I'm not sure who.
I want to say Meg.
Yeah, Meg says to Bozo, okay, thanks, Uncle Bozo. Thanks for the fun time. Make sure to get along with Chansey. And they start to drive away. And what a nice end to the episode, Geese Peep. I'm sure nothing else could possibly happen as Meg's telling her mom all about their big fun trip. Right, Geese Peep?
She opens up her little bag, and what's inside but Chansey Balloon.
Oh my God. And she starts to get bigger.
And she takes over the car, and they're driving like crazy.
Oh my God.
Dangerous.
That's what I'm afraid Chansey's going to destroy this car, TBH. I'm not. Chansey needs to be a little bit more reasonable. You're going to kill these people. Chansey, please stop. Get smaller. Do you think Chansey's trying to live with Meg now and not protect the Safari Zone, even though she promised?
That's what my thought was, but I'm confused because I thought when Chansey turned into a balloon, that was just a separate balloon, and that Chansey had already left.
I hate to break it to you, this deep into our recording, Chansey's not turning into a balloon. She's just getting smaller and bigger. There's no Chansey balloon.
She's not creating a balloon?
No, she's just getting smaller and bigger, using the move minimize. That's all that's happening.
Oh.
Maybe I should have corrected you earlier. Who's to say? But sorry, guys. And then the camera pans up to a big Chansey cloud in the sky as a hobbit flies by. If this was an episode of Horizons, it would say to be continued, but it's not, so the episode's over. And we see some sick credits, Geese Peep. What a cool credits sequence. We got some good, funky Bruno Mars song playing. Chansey, ooh, lucky, do the lucky dance. And we see Meg walking past some Oddish and the Dratini, Uncle Bozo with Cutie Fly. And we see all those trainers from before, Geese Peep, that were trying to catch the Fletchling. I mean, we're trying to catch Chansey. And we see Fletchling and Dodrio. Lucky dance. And it ends, Geese Peep. We see little napping Meg sleeping on Chansey in the Safari Zone. And it's so cute. And they're
like Totoro.
And they're best friends forever.
Wow,
and
they really big Totoro. Big Totoro.
Big Totoro. And that concludes Chansey Pokétoon, Chansey's Safari Tag game, Lacky na Safari de Oni Gokko. Guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Incredible episode. Easily in the 9s. I'll just give it a 9.5 right now because there's no... What do we...
Me too.
Who we joking? Who we playing? I mean, guys, so cute. So fun. Laughs. Baby.
Great music.
4 baby Natus. The soundtrack's out of control. I mean, golly, what a fun episode. The animation, Chansey moving when the Safari Ball's coming at her, the minimize. You guys have got to watch Chansey Pokétoon. Blows Go-Go Pokétoon out of the water. And I know I was a fan of the Primate Pokétoon. How did you like this one compared to Primate Pokétoon? The journal, remember? Little boy, and he went on a big adventure trying to get his...
I like that, but I liked this one more.
Yeah, Chansey Pokétoon, absolutely outstanding. I'm so happy that finally somebody high up on the food chain of decision making, somebody who has the money and power to make decisions, said, hey guys, you know how Pokemon's the biggest media franchise on the planet? And you know how millions of people love Pokemon? Do you guys also know that millions of people are very talented in the world? And we can actually pay the super talented people to make Pokemon entertainment? Did you guys realize that? And then somebody said, oh yeah, that's a good point. Why don't we do that? That is such a good thing, Geese Peep, that we just have this incredible, moving, sweet, oh my God, so well made in every single aspect. Sorry, Horizons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Poor Horizons, guys.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're not willing to shell out that money for consistent episodes, right? Like,
I mean, here's the to be fair portion of this. To be fair, the main Pokemon anime, it's once a week for the past 30 years almost. So,
yeah.
Like, guys, They really on the clock. Whereas Pokétoons, it's different studios all the time, just the best of the best. They probably, I would be willing to bet there's like 1 million quote unquote Pokétoons out there, like people like sketches and rough drafts, and like probably they'd choose the best of the best to go out there. So kind of surprising Go-Goat got to be published, but I mean, it's okay, Geese Peep. Maybe it makes sense in Japanese. All I'm trying to say, Chansey Pokétoon was wonderful, please. And you don't even need to find a sketchy link. It's just on YouTube. Chansey Pokétoon, look it up. Ooh, I'm scrolling past Geese Peep's screenshots of the episode. The baby not to
Babies.
Oh my god, what a good episode. Guys. I can't praise it enough. It's really good. Geese Peep, take it away. The floor is yours.
I enjoyed it. I will say I was a bit skeptical because the other Pokétoons weren't. The Primate one was good, but the other ones I was like, yeah.
Well, you need to watch season 1 because season 1 is incredible. Pokétoons.
Yeah?
Yes. Slugma one? Kidding me? The Nidoran one? Joking me? Yep, 9.5s from both of us. I'm sure Taylor will give it a 9.5 or a 10 too. I'll ask him. All right, Geese Peep, I think it's time for us to be going to the bathroom. So let's wrap it on up. That's when the episode is over. Just when I have to go to the bathroom, we're done. So please, Geese Peep, take it away.
Thank you all for listening. You can follow us on social media at Look, Listen, Cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people can find us. Also, thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can follow him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out to Professor Ticklebits for the website and the boilerplate. And thank you to our supporters. You can go to looklistencast.com. Maybe click a link to support. Who's to say? Maybe a link in the podcast feeds. Who is to say? Also, please recommend this podcast to your friends and grandmas and nieces and nephews. Because there's no swear words.
And all your Uncle Bozos.
All the Uncle Bozos. Not even one swear word. Anybody can listen over the Christmas break holidays.
It's the holiday season.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And Delibird
is walking around. Stantler is here too.
Da, 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 da.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com and we'll answer them here. Geese Peep, Merry Christmas to one and to all a Happy New Year. So I'll see you later with some more Horizons. That'll be fun.
Guys, everyone, please pray for me that I make Companion Pass.
Good luck. Am I right? I thought you needed like 3,000 points and you'll never make it.
Well, if I do 20 more hours of surveys.
All right. Everybody, send her free Southwest points. Okay, it's time to say goodbye, Geese Peeps. So say goodbye, everybody. 5 times.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.